Yo, what's up guys, and welcome back to Shiki and Terry, back with another video. This time it is the worst disrespects thrown at BTS and how they put people in their place. Basically, BTS paving the way part 1. You know, there's a lot of talk about paving the way. But what does paving the way actually mean? In my opinion, paving the way is not just being the first to do something. It is the first to change something, to break down these barriers and walls that are in our societies and between different cultures and everything in that sort of area. Basically, opening up and making those walls disappear, allowing for other people to also follow through. That's what paving the way means. And I feel like BTS has paved the way in so many ways to kind of go into all these different areas that they've gone into. But yeah, let's go. Videos made by Asian Entertainment and Culture. Here, we're subscribed already, so yeah, let's go. AMA Award.
On this stage with so many great artists, oh my God.
Being invited to an occasion with such significance for today's young
Oh. Wow. Oh yeah, they've been in New York Times, New Year too. In New York. Woo! They're still undermined and disrespected. Look at all these. Wow. Number 1, BTS is popular only because of social media. Oh, here we go with the excuses. True. That's a great point. B, they used Twitter as a social media platform which was on the verge of death between 2012 and 2013. In other words, they were on a platform that was hardly being used by others. Here's proof that Twitter struggled before BTS. Let's see. Only 11% of new Twitter users in 2012 are still tweeting. Wow. Twitter is now losing users in the US. Ooh, even in 2017. Twitter became popular because of BTS. Alright, so BTS started using the social media in 2012. They didn't win their first number 1 until 2015. If it was all about social media, they would have become popular from the get-go. It's not about the platform, it's about what they were saying, using the platform and how they're using it. They're expanding themselves there and cementing their place. It's not because of social media, because Twitter was never big to begin with. While they were using their social media for marketing, they lacked mainstream promotions from other groups from bigger agencies had. If at all, they got the short end of the stick. That is true. Because back then, social media wasn't as prevalent. It wasn't as big as it is today. And other agencies with a huge budget had other means of promotion compared to BTS. So you can't use that. Alright, so before we get into this, this is just an ignorant. We're going to go into number 2, an ignorant view. But what I have to say is, I basically made a Twitter account because of BTS. Like, that's the only reason I've never had Twitter. Like, I don't use Twitter. I don't use social media in general, but I made one for BTS. And I wonder how many of us have done the same. Oh boy. Korean American director. That is just very, very ignorant. And these are your people. Oh, God. I love that. I love that.
얘는 뭐
사실 이 친구들의 성별을 아직 다 정해놓은 게
사실 난 이 모든 캐릭터 성별이 없었어.
네, 저도 그랬으면 좋겠어요.
나도 그래.
No matter who you are, where you from, your skin color, your gender identity, Just speak yourself.
That always gives me goosebumps. Just speak yourself. Don't let other people dictate who you should be or how you should be. Just be yourself. I love the fact that they're so open-minded and they're pushing this basically, let's get rid of all of these, toxic and oppressive behavior from the people around you, trying to dictate who you should be. You should always be proud of who you are. That is such a huge thing for them to come out and say. Like, I can't state that enough. It's not, the thing is, a lot of people do PR in these days where they say these things, but they don't follow through. But BTS have always done this from the very beginning. They've always pushed this message, even before they were as big as they are today. So you can't say that it's PR. These guys have been living and breathing this message of just exploring and learning who you are and being proud of who you are and, loving yourself. Things like perfume, he doesn't differentiate between women's or men's. He collects a lot. Yeah, that's the same with my dad.
When we don't have a boyfriend or girlfriend, we always say like, "Oh, I'm so lonely. I wanna date."
Ooh. They rocking these. So if you think you insulted BTS by calling them those names, all you did is prove yourself to be ignorant. 100%, 100%. It is just, I don't know why people use that as a means of insult. Like, what is the thought process behind saying that? Are you trying to hurt them? Are you trying to make them feel bad about themselves? In reality, all you're doing is kind of proving that, you have some things you need to sort out. There's things that you need to look inside yourself, and why am I acting like this? Why am I trying to insult people using these kind of words? It's an absolute no-no. You need to stop. Wow, that is... Whew. Oh, you can. Woo.
Let's go. Hey.
I love this song. I love that song. Now, here's the thing. I'm sorry, I'm going to be pausing after every point here because, I have some things I want to say. So basically, regarding the lip sync thing, I think people just don't want to accept the fact that BTS are different. It's just like, all right, you don't have to accept it, but you don't have to go out of your way and try to do these things. All right, just BTS are different. From the very beginning, they're different. Their singing, their messages, their personalities, just their aura, everything about them is different. Their talent, the music, everything. And this is just not true. I would say other people gain more. On No Collaboration became their highest charting song before. Oof. I mean, it's an amazing song. On. BTS, a South Korean boy band, got 411,000 units with no bundling, no playlist, no radio play. Didn't even tweet about their album once on their account. The music industry is shaking right now. That's a power move. That's a power move. Suga's song, no promotion, no radio play, landed on Billboard 100. Here's a rundown of August D's top 10 domination of world digital song sales, including one track with BTS's RM. Wow. That's amazing. No promotion, nothing. Promise, biggest 24-hour debut. Oh my god. It's a tag team at this point. While most of us haven't been doing much more than baking banana bread in lockdown, delicious, Jungkook from BTS has been putting us all to shame by breaking yet another record, putting us all to shame. His latest achievement has become the longest charting solo K-pop artist on the Billboard World Digital Song Sales chart, racking up an enormous 26 weeks. Isn't it like over 70 now? If it's Euphoria, yeah, it's Euphoria. Woo! Run. BTS has now charted as many Hot 100 hits as all other K-pop artists combined. And this is early 2020. This is not even 2021. Oh, Butter isn't even here yet. This is pre-Butter. 5. Alright, before we get to that, the collaboration. People gain more from BTS than BTS gains from other people's collaborations. Unfortunately, the Scammies is one of those people. You know, they used BTS in their either performances or their live stream because they know people are going to come and watch that. People aren't there otherwise. I mean, of course, some people are going to be there, but not at the extent of people that, compared to when BTS is there. Now, also, an example is Jason Derulo's song, which he didn't hit 100. He collabed with BTS and it hit number 1. Well, I meant to say Jason's didn't hit number 1, but with BTS it went number 1. So people are gaining more from BTS than BTS is gaining from other people, if that makes sense. Superficial, juvenile, all makeup, no depth. What? The first of all big K-pop group and one of the first in general to explicitly support Black Lives Matter. Oh, okay, of course, that's good. That's amazing. That is action.
많은 분들이 여기에 계신 아티스트 분들도 그렇고 뭐 정말 많은 분들이 좋은 노래를 만들고 계신데요. 노래들이 정말 다 인정받고 많이 들어주는 그런 세상이 왔으면 좋겠습니다. 부정적인 방법도 좋지만 조금 더 정직한 방법으로 좋은 음악을 만드는 게 어떨까요? 모두 다 좋은 음악을 하고 좋은 음악을 듣는 그런 시대가 왔으면 좋겠습니다. 감사합니다.
That is such a beautiful speech. Such a beautiful speech because he's talking about, stop trying to make us out as cheaters or that we're being dishonest because, like he said, he wants people to make music in good faith. And just look at them. Just take a look at them. Jin is out of breath. Look at Jimin. Look at Suga. This is hard work and effort. I don't know why people can't just accept that. These guys are amazing, honestly. Fairy tale. One of the most incredible moments. Number 6, manufactured. Big Hit is the brains. BTS members are just puppet. Aren't BTS behind pretty much 99% of their own songs? How are they puppets? I go. Every BTS song. BTS doesn't only write and produce their own songs. They do so for others too. Yep. Our producers. The Western media still fails to comprehend or accurately portray the Korean group. So here's a comprehensive elucidation on why you're missing the hottest artistic shift of the century. Performed a Korean song in American Music Awards and BBMA. DNA. It is not our goal for BTS to enter the American market and release an English song. And you saw what happened when they did. Of course, they should not sign to anything. They're amazing themselves. Honestly, you can't call them sellouts at all. There's nothing about them. This is all we're seeing here is just accusations and comments thrown at them that has no basis or foundation. Be Free accused BTS of being sellouts, implied that they were for wearing makeup. They were gays from wearing makeup. Questioned their commitment to music. Really? It's this guy. Yeah, he's in. I think he's in jail at the moment. That is true. He used them as insults. That's the thing. Like people don't think twice about what they're saying. People need to think about the impact that words have, because when you say something, it leaves an impact on someone, and it has a consequence. Of course.
친구들의 성별을 아직 다 정해놓은
그러니까 사실
게
난 이 모든 캐릭터 성별이 없었어.
네, 저도 그랬으면 좋겠어요.
나도 그래. 그러니까 뭔가 이 두 가지의 성으로 정립을 안 했으면 좋겠어.
그러니까요.
Before we get into this, they don't really have to do these things. They don't really have to, considering their fame and success. But the fact that they've done so from the get-go, and they're always advocating for you to be who you are, is one of the most wonderful things about BTS, because there's a lot of people in this world that feel like they don't have a voice. They can't really show who they are. They can't come out and just be like, this is who I am, and how people accept me. Unfortunately, the surroundings can be extremely toxic and just dangerous for a person too. So the fact that BTS, they're out there and they're telling everybody, we see you guys and we feel you all, and they're trying to make it better for everybody by advocating this and opening people's minds. Now here's a good example of this. Sorry, I had to pick up a very important phone call, but what I wanted to say was, basically, I have an example for you guys. So in a town when there was a lot of racism, a football player that was transferred to that town's team was so likable that he had such a positive impact that the amount of racism that happened actually went down quite a lot. Now, why I'm saying this is BTS advocating for everyone's circumstances, no matter what race, no matter what gender, no matter, what orientation, none of that matters at all. They're just telling you to be yourself, and they're raising those voices that, sometimes are being silenced or oppressed. And that is why I feel like it has an effect on the younger generation, who will, be way more open-minded than some of the people are today. Of course, there will still be bad eggs. There's always going to be people who, think in a way that you don't want them. At least don't be closed-minded and don't hate on people. But that's what I love about BTS. They have such a positive impact, and the fact that they do that is absolutely amazing. But yeah, let's go. Number 8, Sajagi. Manipulation. All baseless accusations. That is absolutely incredible. Their music is all the same. Woo. I love these songs. Before we get to this last point, BTS sounding the same, really? Is this a point of Is this a point that people are making too, that they sound the same, that their songs sound the same? They have songs for pretty much every mood you're in. Happy, excited, you want to relax, you want to sleep, you want to kind of just get emotional, you want to feel something. No matter what kind of emotion that you're trying to feel, and no matter what mood you have, they have a song for that. That is just absolutely Haters, haters, haters. So just mic dropping those cases, he says, shamelessly plugging their hit song. Suga takes a similar approach. You guys worry about hate comments. I kind of feel bad for those who write them because I don't really read them. Oh. So haters could hate as much as they want. Our agency will probably sue them. I don't read their comments, but they might get sued. No appropriate way to deal with them otherwise. Everyone's happy this way. Just go ahead and write more. Wow. Oh yeah, I saw an announcement from Weavers as well, where they talked about this, that they wouldn't accept slander. Absolutely amazing.
There's light, there's always shadow, right? Even now, like my ears are really itchy because somebody's like hating. Right
Oh yeah, I know that saying.
on Twitter or anywhere, but we have our hating right now, like on Twitter or.
Wow. They cleared the jungle with their bare hands and created a trail to make any journey to the Western market even possible.
But we have our fans and they purple us, and with that, we can't get anything over.
Look, this is the amount of people that they could amass at the time. The amount of fans that they had. Look at them. And they're still so proud and happy. They've never taken it for granted. Ooh, red pill? Red bullet? Red bullet concert. Wow. Look at the growth. Oh, that's beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful.
You'll be here in a 7 with you.
Wow. Oh, we're done? I don't know what this is. But this is extremely beautiful here. But yeah, thank you for the video. Unfortunately, we live in a world where, through social media, social media has a lot of pros, but it also has a lot of cons. And that is that people think that they can say whatever they want without consequences behind the screen. It's like they feel like, oh, just because I'm not face to face with that person, my words, I can say whatever I want. But it doesn't really work that way. BTS are special. They're different. They're unique. And that is why they're getting this amount of hate. I have not seen this amount of accusations and hate against any other artist, honestly. Like, you hear about scandals that are happening, but you don't even hear about chart manipulation or accusing them of lip syncing or their songs sounding the same or trying to hate on their looks. That is just that's a huge no-no. That's a huge no-no. Like, why are people doing this? When I think about BTS, I think of a fairy tale, honestly. A fairy tale where it showcases, that they took the hardest road possible. The hardest road there is. And they still prevailed. And they still made their mark. And they continue to write history and just, making and writing more of their story, which is BTS, alongside ARMY. It's absolutely beautiful to see what these guys have achieved, and then when you think about their circumstances that they've gone through, it is even more impressive because they have never taken any shortcuts. These guys have not taken any shortcuts. There's no luck that they've gone through that you're like, oh, they just, these guys were given this, or it's not like they started off with everything, like a wonderful studio, all the top tier equipment, all the budget in the world. They didn't start off with none of that. They just started from basically nothing. Slowly but surely making 10 fans, 100 fans, 1,000 fans, 10,000 fans, so on and so forth, organically. Just take a look at what they did in AMAs. They started there, they sang DNA. A couple of years later, they win Artist of the Year in the same place. It is not like everything that these guys have been doing, it's been organic. You know, they've slowly but surely made their way forward and just expanding, their I will not tolerate energy all over the world. Any, disrespect or hate against BTS. I actually got some messages on Twitter, which I didn't like. So, I'm not on social media much because I realize what kind of a place it actually is. Of course, there's a lot of good. I gotta say, my interactions at least have been 99.9% positive. But I can't say the same for these guys. There's a lot of people that just, why would you want people to not achieve their dreams? I mean, is that coming from you yourself? Is that something inside of you that makes you that way? Because when you think about what these guys have gone through from the very beginning, all the hard work, all the practice, people should be like, wow, these guys are amazing. You may not enjoy their music, no one's gonna get on you for that. But why do you take the extra step to try and undermine what they have achieved? I wonder if these guys could just put themselves in the position of the people that they hate on. Just imagine you're trying really hard to get like an exam finished, or to get your driver's license, or just any goal you have, and then just people all over the place try to start to hate on you and try to undermine you. Oh, you're just lucky. Oh, you cheated. Oh, you did this. You would feel awful. You would be like, why is this happening? So why is it okay for people to do that to BTS? Why is that okay? It's not okay. And I'm just glad that they have ARMY, that they have us, because like I said, these guys have reached a point where I feel like no one ever has, in terms of just uniting people. And I feel like I've talked a little bit too much now, but yeah, this was a great video to watch. Paving the way. That's what it means to pave the way. When you pave a way, it's there to stay. It allows people to come and go. And they've, like I said, broken through these walls that have, been there, and these barriers that have been there forever. And BTS doesn't need anything. They don't need collabs to do good. They don't need a specific market to do good. All these guys have been doing is just doing themselves, and people realize who they are as people. I think people enjoy their music, and then you get to learn about who they are as well. And in combination with their music, is just like that's how it went with me. I first discovered their music with my brother, and slowly but surely I got to know them. Not fully, of course. I can't say that I know them, but I got to see, what kind of people they are. And I realized, that these guys are wonderful, and they're just so inspiring. Their story is something to write about, something to, tell my potential future kids about. That, look, BTS, these guys, they're just absolutely amazing. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Take care, stay safe, and I will see you. Bye-bye.